Hey, good morning, everybody. I got a present for my birthday, but look, coffee time, it's backwards. I don't know if it'll come up frontwards on the video, but there it is, just the same. Thank you. All right. Trying to, still a little under the weather, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there on a beautiful Sunday. I ain't giving up. Uh-uh. I am not giving up. So, I hope everybody's doing all right. Uh, Summer's upon us, and I hope everybody's enjoying. And you know what? Well, let's do the devotion. If you're new here, which there are a couple new ones because I got a couple subscribers, thank you. I do a little devotion. It's one paragraph, just a little, a little snack for you, just to put on your mind. So there's one for each day. Relax in my peaceful presence. Do not bring performance pressures into our sacred space of communion. When you are with someone you trust completely, you feel free to be yourself. This is one of the joys of true friendship. Though I am Lord of Lords, King of Kings, I also desire to be your intimate friend. When you are tense or pretentious in our relationship, I feel hurt. I know the worst about you, but I also see the best in you. I long for you to trust me enough to be fully yourself with me. When you are real with me, I'm able to bring out the best in you, the very gifts I have planted in your soul. Relax and enjoy our friendship. I'm going to just chill out and just say, I love you, God. I love you, Jesus, and do the rest. All right. Let's see. Oh, I know what's missing. I got to try to get my little makeshift studio going here. All right. So the thumbnail was it's just a wild little story. When I was running bad and drugs and everything else, I sometimes I'd drive up to the city, even if I was broke, if I had enough gas, because sometimes there's a spot like a car wash. There's a spot where the dealers and the drug addicts, the buyers and sellers meet. So some days it's like if I could just get enough gas to get up there, and it's about a 20-minute drive, 25, but drug addiction just leaves you broke and broke and broke and broke. And so I make it up there the one day, and I'm seeing people that I kind of know, but nobody close enough to say, hey, can I get a little, because you're going to start jonesing. You've got to get something in your system. You're going to start jonesing. So there was a row of cars. Then there was another kind of row. So I went over toward the end, and it was a real nice car. I mean, it stuck out like a sore thumb. And I look over, and there's this guy sitting in there, and he's motioning like, see, everybody's aware that this is a new guy, so you automatically think this guy's the police. And he's sitting there, and thinking he's either the police or he's just crazy, because he might get robbed if he ain't the police. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for somebody. There might be a guy that might give me half a bag of dope to do, and then that means I bought some time and everything else. So And I'm looking over, and this guy's looking at me. And I'm wondering, well, he could be this or that, and whatever. And is he a little funny too? He's looking, and then he's like making this gesture. So I put my window down, and he's going, "Hey, can you get me some?" And I was like, "You're a cop," and the traditional questions and that kind of stuff. He's going, "No, no, 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 no." I'm going, "You should probably get out of here, bro." And because if some certain guys come around here, you might get carjacked. You might get mugged. You might be standing out here in your underwear with no money, no clothes, and your car will be gone. So he's talking, and he's like, and he don't register. So I says, "There's an OTB up the street. Meet me up there." So I'm looking at this guy, and it seems like I saw him on TV. So we get up to OTB, but he's like, "Yeah, I'll get you whatever you want. I want to get like $1,000 worth." I was like, "What?" And I says, "You're so and so, aren't you?" And because he had this thing on, this hat and these goofy kind of shades or whatever, and he's trying to be incognito, but he had took the shades off, and he's like, "Yeah, you don't say nothing though, whatever." And he says, "Well, I've been hooked on pain pills and all this and that," and he says he built up a tolerance to that stuff, and he wanted to try heroin. And so I says, "You're not working as an agent, because the police will deputize a person for 24 hours. And then if you deal with them, you could get charged. They can, they got some fancy tricks." So he's going, "No, no, 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 no." And I says, and he's like, "You look terrible." I said, "Yeah, I'm sick. I'm jonesing and everything." So they owned a northeastern supermarket chain that was the most profitable chain at the time. And this guy had a ton of money, and so I'm like, well, we'll see how it goes, and hook me up. And I'm thinking, is this too good to be true? So I said, "I just barely had enough gas to get up here." No, I'm playing the violin to him. Boo hoo 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 hoo. Yeah, I'm broke. I ain't got nothing. This guy's in a $50,000, $60,000 car, and this is years ago. And so he says, "Well, what are you gonna?" I says, "Well, I live just south of here, about 30 minutes." And he's like, "Well, I'll get you a room at the Hyatt downtown for a month." I was like, "What?" "Yeah, stay there and relax, and I'll buy you whatever you want, and as long as you get me my dope." Well, good enough for me, because I was counting pennies, nickels, and dimes. an hour earlier. And, you think it's a blessing, but it's all still no good. It's just the drug world, the addiction world, and everything else. So I said, well, get the room, and then I'll get the stuff. But because I don't want to be rocking and rolling with $1,000, that's like 10 bundles. A bundle of heroin is 10 bags, which is around $100. If somebody didn't know, back then, that's what was the prices. A bundle could be $110, which consists of 10 bags. So I was gonna get him 10 bundles, but so I said, all right, I'm gonna go get checked into the room, relax, and call my dealer to bring it there, because I'm not gonna be on the road. Not for nothing. I'm not gonna be on the road with that kind of quantity. And he came up there and followed right down. I mean, downtown wasn't that far away. So we get in there, and he gives me the money, but I charged some extra juice on it, of course. I put, I might have charged, I might have told him it was like 200 or 180 or whatever, so I can make a profit, because this guy is a multi-millionaire. So, excuse me. So we go do. I'm thinking, geez, went from the outhouse to the penthouse in no time at all. And so we get it, and everything goes good, and he was a nice guy. He was well meant. He was a well meant guy. And I says, he says, oh, well, the doctor's giving me a hard time. He was saying, I says, you could get a doctor that will write you anything under the sun that's as good as the street, though, with the money that you got. He's like, yeah, but I want to try heroin. Doctor don't write that. And like, they had Oxycontins and stuff like that, which people will kill for, but that's that. So we did that, and then even when I made a profit on the deal on the weight, on the dope that I got him, even though he would give me 10, 15 bags out of that. And so that was going on for a little while, and I was relaxing. I didn't have to worry about gas. I was just sitting, just room service, eat whatever I want. Of course, I was underweight back then, eating maybe some Doritos or a cheeseburger a day or stuff like that, which that's addiction. And it went on, and I was settled in like that. And and then when you're high on the drugs, you got that thinking mind, like, well, you know what, I'm gonna quit now. I'm gonna start to quit. And like, yeah, right, whatever. You ain't quitting, Joe. You're not quitting. So this went on, and then another time he had a guy, a third wheel, that brought me money to bring out. He lived out in the outskirts in a beautiful mansion on a hill, out in the outskirts of Rochester. Probably one of the priciest uh, houses around, and he had his runner, and I told him, well, you go back and tell him I don't appreciate any extra people. I don't care. I don't like to play like that. I don't like anybody else to be involved. Well, because this millionaire, he wanted to remove himself physically. And when you got the money to pay people to run for you, that's what they do. What do you think the Hollywood actors and actresses do? They don't go in the hood and jungle and get their drugs. They got people around them that go get their stuff, whatever they want. So that went on for a while. And it's like, and then I had built up such a big habit because I made a glutton of myself. I went from, lucky I could get a bag a day just to keep from jonesing to doing 3 or 4 bags a day. So when this guy's gone and this situation is over, I'm back to square one where I gotta bob and weave and grind out bags to try to get a fix for my habit and try to keep my habit going. And it's just like, the drugs, it don't discriminate. I mean, this stuff does not discriminate by race, demographic, or anything. When it grabs you, it grabs you. And I went up to his house. His wife was real nice and everything, and she was kind of leery, like she knew something was wrong. Now, these are rich elites, like the elitists, like aristocrats. They're and she could smell a rat, and she didn't say nothing. She might have uttered a couple of loaded sentences or something along the way, but it'll grab you. And it's just like, if you're into addiction and you got a ton of money, boy, that's a recipe for disaster. If you're into addiction by itself, it's a recipe for disaster. But a millionaire drug addict, and it don't matter if when you go to rehab, it's a country club and all this. The rehabs ain't gonna cure nobody, okay? Only a person is gonna cure himself. The rehabs ain't gonna cure nobody. Let's just establish that, because they're well intended and everything, but they ain't curing nobody. The disease is in you. Only you. It's within you. So nothing in the peripheral. They can put stuff and lead you the right way, but only you can get you clean. So yeah, he ended up going into rehab, wherever it was, some country club and everything else. And I was gonna meet him when he got out, to get him more and everything. And cold weather was coming, Christmas was coming, and they gave me money. The wife and him gave me a card with a lot of money, and we kind of had a relationship staggered here or there until it just fizzled out. And it was just another testimony that, the drugs they don't care who they grab, because that's the devil's work. that drug is a demon, and it'll grab you, and you better have some kind of willpower or some kind of strength, or get it, some protection. So I just wanted to share that story, and I don't know how thrilling it is or whatnot, but I appreciate your support and everything, and I'm feeling a little better day by day, and I thank everybody for the great birthday I had, and I got I'll do some more organized crime stories this week, and we'll have a lot of fun. So that's it for today. Okay. So I appreciate everybody that wished me a happy birthday and everything. So be the kings and queens of your world. Stay great, stay safe, and God bless. See you soon.